Recording to this computing. I'm recording in progress. That's my name, recording in
Recording.
progress.
You're a recording in progress.
I am. Okay. You want to bop on into this stuff?
Yep. Uh, one sec. Let me pull up my. Oh, I was writing something else. Let me see here.
How confusing is this to the American eye?
Mets. Uh, is it based on the baseball team or something?
That's why it's confusing. I
What
don't
is
think
it then?
so. It's it's like
You're not
Code
sure.
Zero, but different. It's better in Code Zero. A little bit better in Code Zero.
Metsu. It should say Metsu.
No, I don't think it says that at
Metsu.
all. Got a bunch of
Metsu.
kanji underneath. I don't know what the kanji
Metsu.
is. I don't know what that kanji is. Doesn't say Metsu anywhere. I can see. Wait, there it does on the back. Kieran Metz Cola. It says it on the back. Okay. Metsu. It does say Metsu on the back.
Mets. There's a band called Mets, and they're spelled Metz.
Maybe
Wonder if they
that's
still
what this
exist.
cola is based on.
I searched for that, and it's a city in France.
Ooh.
Maybe they named themselves after the city in France. Other Canadian band.
We are French Canadian. We are Mets.
This is their. This is they were a band from 2007 till 2024 on hiatus, and had a one-off reunion in 2025, which
That doesn't count.
2025 is half over. So I don't even know how you can call that a
I know.
one-off reunion.
That's just like, I don't know, whatever.
It just means that you guys are. Oh, it was on the John Mulaney live thing.
Okay. I always like, I think we've talked about before where it's like the actor that was briefly canceled and it's like years active, 2000 to
Yeah,
2016, 2017 to present. It's like, well, that took, didn't
yeah, I
it?
think that was actual
Army
Cannibal
Army
Army
Hammer
Hammer.
was
Yeah,
yeah, what it was, but there are other examples I've come across since then. So
that's what
Ke-
happens if you name your kid after baking soda.
Kevin Clash has a bigger gap, but his starts again.
Yeah, and didn't he just sort of have a I don't know
You're having a bit of spit and
relationship with
pop, by
someone
the
too
way.
young?
Yeah, you're having a
Oh,
bit of spit.
sorry.
Not, it's not crazy, but it's there.
How about this?
Yeah, it might just be proximity. I don't know.
I might be too hot, but I can't. It
Yeah,
doesn't
it's
sound it
crackle
to me.
crackle. I'm hearing crackle crackle.
Was I doing that last
Yeah,
night?
now
Was
it's
I?
no. I didn't get it. I don't think so. I'd go check if you want, but
Fuck,
something is crackly.
piece of shit.
It's crackling. It's a connection, probably. It sounds like it's crackling as you're moving. Distant screaming.
How about that?
I think it might be worse now.
Why? Was
Say a
that
few
really
more
bad?
things. Hold on, say a few more things.
Few more things, few
Nah,
more
it's crackle
things.
crackle.
Fuck,
Weird.
fuck. I don't hear any of this shit.
Yeah, it sounds actually pretty garbage. It's getting worse on my
Give me a
end.
second. Give me a second here.
Because Zoom usually knocks that shit out. Ooh, that was bad. And you weren't talking.
testing, testing, Oh, you know what? It's a stupid program, probably.
Get rid of the
So,
stupid program.
ah, fuck off.
What program?
How about now? Regular?
I think it's regular now. What program is doing that?
Voice meter, which I had to like play audio in the background.
Ah,
Remember how
okay.
yesterday I played
Oh,
Indian
right, right,
Driller?
right. Got you. Okay. Anyway, voice meter garbles
I
up your
probably
shizzle.
what's probably that I have like fucking 500 tabs open in Chrome, and it's probably eating up all my fucking
Nine. I have
power or
12.
something.
12 in Chrome. One, two, three. Just five in Explorer.
I don't know how many tabs I've opened, but I have 9 windows, and each of them has some tabs. So like
Mine
it's a
is
lot.
less gloopy. Okay, let's start this.
Yeah. I have an idea for game show tomorrow, and it's going to be a bad idea.
You told me the idea.
Um, no, I didn't. No, I didn't tell you this one. All right. Actually, give me a second here because I don't have. Okay. Welcome to Severed in Prison with a Shank.
Shank you. Shank you. Why don't we use that more in life? That's
You're
a good pun,
you're
isn't it?
welcome.
That's the worst pun. I mean, mine wasn't good. If we're being honest, mine wasn't good either. But yours was
I
worse.
mean, this has nothing to do with this episode. Has nothing to do with Shanks, so I don't know why I even tried.
Well, Dylan might have shanked Bird if he had the chance.
I mean, maybe the O&D shanked.
Yeah, there's a bunch of
Um,
shanking and paintings, wasn't there? That's
yeah,
in the
there was very
grim
violent
barbarity of
paintings.
optics and design. Is our episode of Severance. This is Matt
Uh-huh.
here.
Mark
Hello, that's
here.
Mark there.
5
Mark 5.
is the episode is 5.
Oh, it's
It's the
episode 5.
fifth episode
Because I
from
was
Mark
thinking
5.
about there's Mark S. So I was like, maybe you just wanted to flip the S and be Mark 5.
I'm Mark V.
Mark
Mark
V.
5.
Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. That's like Iron Man. What's he up to?
Yeah.
Death. He's up to Mark Death, I
Decomposing.
guess. Yeah.
He has a career as a decomposer.
Right.
Um, he's a Doctor Doom now or something for some bad
Reason.
reason.
Because they killed his character, but they want him back. That's what you do. You make him Doctor Doom. Everybody becomes Doctor Doom in the end.
That is terrible. That's terrible. Look, if I like Doctor Doom, why are you gonna make Doctor Doom a guy that you're paying $15 million to appear in like one movie?
If you live
Like,
long enough to
no.
be the hero, if you live long enough to die the hero, then you become the villain.
Well, he'd better have signed on for like 15 movies.
Doesn't Marvel force you to do that? Well, I guess they can't. He's got leverage though, doesn't he? But he's not
The
in
way it
this. This is
works.
Severance. I mean, Christopher Walken has a little
No,
leverage, right? John Turturro must have some character actor leverage, yeah. Zach
these guys
Cherry's
all
getting
signed on for 15
he's
movies.
he's getting some character actor leverage now for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, he was in 2 Marvel movies.
Yeah, yeah. As maybe the same character, maybe different characters. I think he's not even quite sure.
I don't remember them. I think both of the movies he was in, did not remember
Well, he's on
anything
a lot of
about them.
podcasts, and I just heard him talking about the fact that he doesn't even know if that's the same character or not.
Yeah, they probably will not allow him to know. They
They
probably
won't.
will not. They will not allow him to uh, maintain that knowledge because they might want to reveal it in Avengers 6
Yeah,
or
the
Avengers.
MCU kind of is like MDR, isn't it, with its weird secrecy and stuff.
Basically, yeah. I think since you have to be in this movie that where you get like 1 page of a script and you have to be part of this $300 million production, it'll be like the thing that might last longer than anything you've ever made, and you just don't know who you're acting against
No, I
or
remember
who you
people were
are.
briefly annoyed with Scarlett Johansson, which I thought this was fantastic, where she's like, I don't know what movie I'm making right now.
There's something where Gwyneth Paltrow met somebody who was like, "Hi," and then I think it was Don Cheadle or something. He was like, "Yeah, we're in like 2 movies together," and she just didn't know. She didn't know they were in movies together.
That's amazing. Okay.
Great. Yeah, it's amazingly. I don't like it. I like this
Yes,
show. Which episode 5 of we are talking
you said that.
about?
You said that. Why don't you just do trivia about the
And
grim barbarity of
there
optics and
could
designs? I said it again.
Grim Barbarity of Optics Design trivia that, and what's probably a first for me personally, there is no trivia on IMDb about this episode. No trivia section at all.
Okay.
I did see that Christopher Walken was nominated for Best Supporting Actor at the Emmys for this episode, but he lost to Matthew McFadden for Succession. That would be Tom Wambsgans.
Well, all the Severance noms are one to Succession, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's that thing where award shows are completely bankrupt because they just reward whatever the thing is when it ends.
Well, it's been oh yeah. Well, it's also been forever. I mean, it's like what Pulp Fiction got like what one Oscar because it got eaten by Forrest Gump. That's depressing.
Yeah, yeah, because Robert Zemeckis was like at the end of his career. He should have been. He should have been
Hmm.
past the end of his career because he shouldn't have made that.
What do you
But
make after that? He made something else that was
Polar
watchable, didn't he?
Express.
Oh, that's not the one. They made Contact. I like Contact. Do you like
Okay, I like
Contact?
Contact. I
Okay.
like
Some
Contact.
people don't like Contact.
I think it's better than Interstellar. I don't care.
I'll think about that. I'm not sure you're wrong there. I'm just thinking about it.
It's basically like Star Trek to Star Wars, where I just think that Contact has more interesting things to say than Interstellar does. But yeah, Interstellar has more of a it packs more of an emotional punch and
I will say
visual
back where
punch.
doing Matt and Luke's Sci-Fi Sanctuary, we did have the same guest for those two episodes, so it certainly makes sense to throw them in the same box.
Interesting.
Um,
I saw that in a movie theater full of people who were all on drugs because
ooh,
somebody because a friend of mine
Contact?
just had yeah, a friend of mine had like a theater job where we could just go to his theater after it was closed. And I wasn't on drugs, but a lot of people were just like when the dad shows up, the alien shows up in the form of her dad at the end, everyone was just like screaming.
What kind of screaming? Can you read? Can you?
Like ah! Like that.
Okay, that was just, yes, like that was actually helpful and explanatory. Was that the end of your trivia then?
Nope. Our
Okay.
director is once again Effie McArdle. She'll be back to direct one more episode after this one, the next one. But of course, she is producer on all of season one. The primary writing credit goes to Anna Uyang Mensch for the first time and the last time, but of course, she will be credited as staff writer also through the end of season one. As for actors, let's go over a couple of our heavies. The security. Tremel Tillman plays Seth Milchick. He was the sixth child born to a government worker mother and Amtrak worker father in Washington, D.C. in 1985. His first role was alongside his mother in their church's Christmas play at age 10, and this helped later inspire him to pursue acting as a career to help overcome his shyness. After high school, he enrolled in Xavier Xavier University. So I guess he was like an X-Man.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Um,
special. He does have special powers, doesn't he?
Yeah, Xavier University of Louisiana with plans to become an orthopedic surgeon, but he wasn't enjoying it. And after Hurricane Katrina hit in 2005, his parents convinced him to transfer to Jackson State University in Mississippi, where he graduated with a degree in mass communication, then got a Master of Fine Arts in Acting from the University of Tennessee in Knoxville in 2014. He has appeared in a few TV series before Severance and a few in the interim between seasons. You can also see him in Mission Impossible The Final Reckoning, which is frankly a terrible title when I look at it on
But he's
paper.
in the best scene of the movie.
Yes, you've mentioned this scene, and that sounds great. But really, if nobody had ever heard of Mission Impossible and you're like, hey, do you want to go see Mission Impossible The Final Reckoning? That sounds like the dumbest
Well, it's
title.
like when I was getting of age to watch horror movies properly. That's when it was like Friday the 13th, the final chapter. I'm like, oh, that's too late. That's one of the reasons I became a Freddy guy and not a Jason guy.
Even that, it's like Friday the 13th, the final chapter is only really
Yeah, I know it's far from the
one
last one,
bombastic.
but as a
No, but it's just,
child,
it's
and you
not a
see
dumb
final.
title. It's not a dumb, even if it's not the last movie, that's not as dumb as Mission Impossible, the final reckoning. That's at least four out of those five, three out of those five words are kind of ridiculous.
Well, I mean, also remember Dead Reckoning, the previous Mission Impossible, had a whack title because it's Mission colon Impossible dash, and then it was just Dead
What?
Reckoning Part One with nothing between Dead Reckoning and Part One. They used all their punctuation already. What do you do?
Wait, that was part, they called that part one and then they didn't, instead of making part two, they just renamed it the second
Correct,
one?
because it wasn't quite as successful as they had hoped. So they're like, well, we
That's
can't part
stupid.
two it, even
What
though
do
it
they
is
mean they
part
can't
two.
part two it? Who cares? It's the same damn people going to see both of them. You're
It's
not
like
going to like
everybody
pick up
knows.
extra people. You're not going to pick up extra people for the second part of a two-part
It's a
series
weird movie.
that's like the ninth movie or something.
It's
Like,
a weird movie.
what is wrong
Eighth,
with
if anyone's
people?
counting.
What is wrong? Like Hollywood, what is wrong with you, man? Like, are you just insane? Are
Budget
you
of
just
400 million because they made three movies and only one of them's on
this?
screen, and that one's still 3 hours.
I think it's time for that series to have its final reckoning
Well, they're
and be
trying to,
dead.
maybe. Yeah.
I'm guessing Tom Cruise didn't die in the end. Anyway, I don't care if he did or not. Sorry,
Travis
Tillman
Tillman,
refers to Tremel. Tremel
Tramel.
Tillman refers to Milchick as an amalgamation of colleagues, former bosses, and characters of people who he previously worked with during his time working with nonprofits before his acting career took off. So he's got some experience with this stuff. And then as Doug Grainer, we have Michael Cumpsty. That's Cumpsty.
I was gonna ask
Born in
about that.
Born in Wakefield, Yorkshire, England in 1960, has a long career in both screen and stage. And in fact, IMDb says that you right now can catch him in two Broadway plays, The Constant Wife and Enchanted April. But I checked that, and they're from 2003 and 2005, so you can't trust IMDb at all.
Hmm.
Looks like he was last on Broadway in 2014, and this is 2025.
Yeah, have to do some time travel
Anyway,
for him on Broadway.
he has had his final reckoning already, apparently. Um, Anyway, more relevant is you can see him in Star Trek Voyager as Lord Burleigh in the episodes Cathexis and Persistence of Vision from season 1 and 2. I don't know, Lord Burleigh, was he like a Kazon or something?
Man, you're racking my brain, and we've both watched all of Voyager.
And Burleigh, not Burly. And he also narrated the audiobook version of Star Wars The Phantom Menace, and you can catch him in The Ice Storm, Eat, Pray, Love, and Boardwalk Empire. As usual, I'm not telling you how many episodes these two are in, but they'll be back next week. And that's
Now
the
you're
trivia.
finished. That's the trivia. I have a story for you.
Please.
Heliar, yes. Heliar survives her suicide attempt with Mark S. discovering her in the elevator. Outside, Mark visits a birthing center where his sister gives birth, and Rickon discovers that the book he had gifted to Mark has been stolen. Turns out any Mark S. is reading it. Helly recovers somewhat and returns to work. Miss Casey from Wellness is tasked to observe her for the day. Mark S. intentionally spills coffee on notepads, and Miss Casey goes off for a moment to get some more. Mark and Helly use this opportunity to explore more of the severed floor. They find dark hallways, unused offices, and a room full of baby goats before Miss Casey catches up with them. Meanwhile, Mr. Milchek tries to dissuade Irving B. from hanging out with Bert from the O&D department by slipping paintings of the O&D department massacring Irvin's MDR department. Bert comes to MDR looking for Irvin, and Dylan is suspicious enough to put Bert under, quote, arrest. But he didn't say that. That's what my quote. They take Bert back to O&D, during which time Irving and Bert flirt heavily. Once they get there, Dylan finds a painting where MDR is massacring O&D, and Bert declares MDR as friends to his department.
So we
I
finally see the full department here.
Yeah, I also did find myself going like a little bit insane. Like he spills coffee on notepads, so she has to get more notepads. I'm like, it is a plot point. I do have to include that, don't I? I
I
guess that's
like
part of the charm of the show, but
this is really it's really interesting how we kind of get more Miss Casey than we've ever gotten, and it's just kind of Miss Casey short-circuiting the entire time.
right. I mean, she's always short-circuiting. I don't think we've seen her not short-circuiting.
Yeah, but she's just short-circuiting a lot of different in a lot of different directions.
Right. But yeah, yeah.
Do you have a
Fun.
therapist?
No, in Japan,
I don't
no.
either. I don't
Japan,
either.
I don't
I'm
think
just wondering if Miss
these.
Casey is like maybe sort of typical of a therapist.
I
I
mean,
wonder.
mental health is pretty messed up in Japan, even if you're Japanese and could go do it in
Yeah.
Japanese. Like it's like, oh, you go to the clinic and they just ask like three questions and give you some medicine and you're off, you know?
They ask you, "What's wrong with you?
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Why don't you love the company?"
Hmm.
And then they ask you, why aren't you drunk? And that's
I
the three
went
questions.
I went to the mental health clinic in Japan once. And my wife was with me because she's helping translate, and we both agreed like the doctor seemed to be a disaster. It's this like big fat guy with stringy hair that seemed out of it. I was like, should I let this guy give me mental health advice? So then he gives me like something anti-anxiety, and it did the opposite of everything it was supposed to do. It made me more anxious and made me stay up all night. So I was like, yep, not doing that.
Yeah, it's I think they're I don't know. I don't want to come off as anti-psychiatry, and I'm not anti-psychiatry. But it is something where it can be done wrong
Although you
in a
asked
way.
about therapist, right? That's
Like,
different. That means you're
yeah.
talking to someone, right? Whereas
Well,
what
that's what
I'm
Miss
talking
Casey
about
does,
is
right?
right, right. I mean, I don't think she's prescribing drugs, but I'm just kind of
No.
putting out that it's kind of two things, and Japan kind of really doesn't have one of
Yeah.
them, you know? I mean, I'm sure it exists,
Well,
especially if you're in Tokyo or something, but it's not. Yeah.
there are definitely people who need drugs, and I mean, I don't know. I might be one of them, or maybe I don't need drugs. I have no idea. But
Hmm.
I Don't know
But
where I
that
was
does
going
not
with
seem
that.
to. Well, Miss Casey seems like she's on drugs. Is what you're saying? Or sure, Yang. Let's
No,
give her
I'm
credit.
not.
She's.
I'm just saying that she seems like just an insane person.
Well, I mean, then we got Rick and the self-help guy who also seems somewhat insane. They're like the two most insane
Yeah,
characters on. Well, and the boss, right? I mean, it's all the people that are supposed to be on it that are all the most insane, which I guess is fun.
I feel like almost everyone in this, like, who isn't insane?
Milchick seems to have it together so far
Mm,
for what he's doing. I mean,
maybe,
uh,
maybe, yeah. He's definitely in control of the situation more than Cobell is,
yeah,
considering that Cobell is like
she's
has more
very
authority.
insane.
Yeah.
Um, Mark's sister, Devon, she seems not too nuts.
Okay. Yeah. But she's sane, but it's also like, why? We've asked this. Why is she with Rickon? And it's like I've
Oh.
tried to sort of explain it away, but it also doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
Also, 5, 10 years ago, what was going on? I'm gonna guess they've been married for a while before having a kid anyway, so they're just, still together.
Do you think that it's possible that like Mark's wife dying just made both of them super cynical, and before that they were just more fun and more friendly?
That could be the case. We don't knows that, do we?
No, I kind of
Um,
don't. I don't know. Honestly, their relationship makes me kind of jealous. Like just Mark and his sister, because I am kind of like that, and I always wanted like a sibling who was like cynical and straight shooter like I am, and I've my sister was just an antagonistic nightmare person who became an evangelical Christian and we never would have gotten along basically in any timeline.
yeah, well, I'm an only child, so I don't know what it's like having someone else in the house, right?
Did you ever like kind of want that, or were you just like, nah, it's cool, I will keep all the toys? Or did you even think about
I
it?
probably thought both of those at various times.
Hmm.
Yeah. Let's
Like
see.
I felt so isolated as a kid, even though I had a sibling, that I was like I would just fantasize about having a long lost twin. Where it'd be like
Mm.
maybe somehow I will have a sibling that, so I guess that's probably why I have a lot of friends. I was always just like grew up feeling this like intensely out of place, but with somebody else who just
Um,
antagonized me all the time. So
will
yeah, I
you
don't know.
perform a hug upon request?
Yep,
Okay. I don't like hugging.
that sounds creepy.
That's another that's another good reason for living in Japan. Nobody hugs in Japan, so
I'm a big hugger.
no, I'm not. It's family functions in Japan, nobody hugs. Everyone's just like, hi.
Aren't your in-laws huggers?
They
At
are
least
with
your
Americans.
mother-in-law. Oh, weird.
They like use that as like an excuse or something. So I guess she
Huh.
likes, but she's Japanese where we don't hug. So that's like her outlet or
Huh.
something for huggy. But no, I'm
Yeah.
not a huggy guy. I will not perform a hug upon request. So,
Yeah.
what else do we got it from her? Make your eyes kind right now. That's Miss Cobell saying that, right? But you did a worse
That
job.
was
Okay.
really that was very funny. That was
Mm.
a very, very funny thing that I forgot was in this episode.
So yeah, it's kind of like the Butters stop making that face thing from South Park, right? In his attempt to make
Uh,
his eyes kind was a pretty good joke. Um,
yeah, I
it's
think that's part of why I am a hugger is because then I don't have to because I'm terrible at like knowing how to like do facial expressions and often will just do the wrong ones. So if I'm hugging someone they don't have to look at me and I won't accidentally frown at them or something.
let's see what else do we got here. Sorry, that was is this the first or second Black Goo we've got? I watched the
Second.
whole second, okay, because I'm personally a little off because I watched the whole first season at the beginning of May. It's now the beginning of July, and I'm like, how many times have I seen Goo now that I'm in the second view of the show?
I'm having a different weird experience, which is I realized that both times I watched this, the first two times I watched it kind of in a row, like binged it. And this is my first time watching it once a week, whereas I watched season two once a week. mostly. I think I might have like
What's your
been a few days
recommendation?
behind.
I guess everyone's already done what they're gonna do because a lot of people watch it.
I
But hey, some people haven't. So,
like I've said before, it's just I like fitting things into my schedule no matter what. So do whatever I say. Do whatever you want.
what do you want to do? Are you a binger or one a week?
I honestly, it's just like, what do I have time for?
Yeah,
Like, if
okay.
I have nothing going on, or if I have time to clean my room, I'll put one on because I
See, I will not
like
binge. I'll finish an episode and I'll just okay. I'll be watching it. I'll watch the next one the next day. But yeah,
it really depends on how much time I have. If I actually have like 4 or 5 hours and don't have a video game I really want to play, then I'll just watch a bunch of them in a row. I don't really like. I'm not a routine person. Like I don't. Um, that's what I actually hate broadcast TV. I hate like schedule stuff. Like
okay.
there were a couple of times when I think the season finale of the second season finale came out at a time when I couldn't really watch it until the next day, and I kind of watched it in the morning before going. I watched half of it in the morning before going to work and half of it coming back from work because that was the only time I had. And I think some people would be driven very insane by that, but I was just like, that's what I have time for.
Yeah. No,
Um,
I guess I have my routines, that I want to construct myself as much as possible. I don't want the company or something to construct. I mean, obviously they do to a
yeah,
certain point because I have a schedule, right? But
yeah. I mean, but I don't like the idea of I need to be in front of the TV Thursday at 8 p.m. because that I find that like that chafes me. I don't like it. I feel like I'm
okay, I
a
don't, yeah,
slave.
I don't have times I watch TV, any show. Like I'm not like sitting there for the drop, or anything like that, like Star Trek
Yeah.
or whatever. I'll watch it within the first 24 hours that it drops usually, but not like right when it does. I'll do it at my convenience.
I totally forgot that there's new Star. I was thinking just the other day, man, I'd like to watch some Star Trek just to watch some Star Trek. Didn't even realize there was
Wait,
like
two
new.
weeks, I think, as we
Is it
record
not
this.
out yet?
Not quite. Um, for anyone that wants to, yeah, people will hear this a few weeks later, but whatever. Uh, so I think the
Oh
attack
yeah.
paintings may be my favorite thing about season one. If I had to choose, like, what is your favorite thing about season one, I think it is the paintings.
So it's like,
I can
do you
appreciate
think
art like Irving and Bert do.
do you think that only works on innies? Do you think that would work on like regular people?
No, you just start
Because
laughing if
yeah,
someone showed you that,
yeah.
which is our reaction because it's one of the funniest things in the
That's
season.
very, very funny.
And that they're showing it to people, to the innies who can't look at it that way, right?
Yeah, and when Bert says that they heard that they had pouches.
Oh, the larval thing. I'm like, oh my God, that
Yeah.
that has to be that's like almost up with the watch monologue. Speaking of Pulp Fiction for walking monologues.
Yeah. But
It's not quite the watch, but it definitely it adds a little more like weirdness, right? So that's fun.
but the great thing about this show is it's like you get that and it's absurd, but then you do get like the goat room. You still get the goat room. The goat room is definitely real. The
Yes.
goat
Well,
department.
they found it, the goat department. The goat guy is so stressed out too, man. He got the short end of the severed stick.
I want to ask you a question. Do you think that the goats will come back?
I assumed Helly was correct when she said the numbers were about which goats live and die. I don't know. I have no idea. I've only seen season one, so I was just like, hey, that seems like something fun to do. Just drop it right there, and then like no one ever mentions it again until the reveal happens. Or maybe they don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. David Lynch would never reveal what the goat room was.
I don't think that they really have to reveal what the goat room is.
Whereas on Lost, they had to explain the polar bear, which they forgot to do, and then had to make like an extra like post episode to explain the polar bears.
Ugh. I don't even want to think about Lost. I think I probably hate it.
No, I said in one of these already that just one of the nice things about this show is it's got mystery box energy, but it doesn't really have mystery box. I mean, the goat room's not enough to be like a made. It's not like people are going like the goat room.
They
Right?
keep it
That's maybe
simple.
somebody
It's
does.
important to keep your scope, like keep yourself focused, because like that it'll give you just enough of the office of the innie's life that you might wonder about what happens with to the outies, but you don't absolutely have to know. Well, not yet anyway.
Right. But let's see. I was saying before because we were talking about how much do we curse or not on this podcast, which we avoid to. But yeah, Dylan was just owning F-bombs this week. Like holy effing pit of hell. The king of Fs. There, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Why?
I think I've dropped obscenities on
What
this
does that
podcast
even
before, but
mean?
whatever.
What
Which
did
one?
that even mean when he said that? King of F's. What does that
Um,
mean?
that's why I wrote it down because it's so strong. And as soon as you start thinking about it, you mean not giving? What do you mean? Yes, exactly, which makes it genius. And
It's
that's wrapped
genius
around
because it's
several,
totally random.
yeah, that's wrapped around several other bits of weird, you know, obscenity.
It's very interesting. Like part of the thing where I was saying it's very interesting watching this one a week is there's something that happens with Dylan that
I was
I
about to say that. I'm like, let's not jump, but Dylan really changes after a certain experience because he's
I
so, in these first couple episodes, he's just so caustic and, you know,
I really thought that that thing happens a lot earlier in the first season. Like in my brain that happened kind of and like by now. It's so weird. But it happens I
So do you
think
like the
next
fact that you
week.
get this much of caustic Dylan or did you want more chill Dylan sooner?
No, I mean I like Caustic Dylan. I think he's
Yeah, I
fun.
assumed you
He's
like caustic Dylan.
he's like the kind of person. I mean, mild spoilers. I think his Audi is kind of a lot more like I am than a lot of other characters are.
Mm.
Where he's like kind of, let's say, he's kind of depressed, and there he sort of took this horrible severance thing because he's
Well,
kind of.
now you're getting ahead of yourself, so we'll
Oh
put a
wait,
pin
do
on
you
that
not
one.
know that yet?
I
Okay.
know that. I'm just talking about the run of how we are doing this podcast. We should probably put a pin in that for now.
Yeah. Well,
But
let's
there
just
is a
say
certain,
that.
I mean, there are non-spoilery things that you can discuss just about like, hey, this character did change just in their vibe. That's not really a spoiler, right? So I guess that's okay.
Yeah, but
Um,
in my brain, the thing that happens to Dylan happened a lot earlier, and it actually happens either next week or the week after.
right. Stay tuned. Oh, back to
The
walking
thing.
just a little bit. I do love the fact when it turns out he was trying to make his joke, right? But he was walking to himself in
Yeah.
the conference room as they walked by walking and he's walking to himself. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
And they don't,
I,
do they have they had a conference in the conference room? They just talk around the computers, right?
I think the only thing that's happened in the conference room is Milchick reading Rickon's book and leaving it there by mistake.
Right,
And
right. They don't
I
have
think
conferences there.
there may have been something where like I think Mark was chastised there by Cobell once or
Okay, I guess that's
something.
technically a conference, but it's not like a department meeting, you know?
You kind of wonder how many people work here, don't you?
Yeah. Um, should we start doing performance reviews, or did you have another big one you wanted to throw out on this?
I definitely loved the all the quotes from the UUR we get at the beginning.
Oh, right,
You
right.
know,
I thought you were giving me an acronym for a second. This the UUR. I was like thinking UUR like the
no,
USSR, and it like took me a moment to. If I looked confused for a second, yeah, I was processing that. So, yeah. Did you write it down any of the quotes? I was
bullies are
on.
nothing but bull and lies. At the center of industry is dust. They cannot crucify you if your hand is in a fist. You
That
know.
sounds wrong.
Also, yeah, I think they can. Also, is it okay to drink coffee when you're pregnant, or is that like not cool?
I think it's like if you're Rickon or not.
Hmm.
I think a lot. I think that's an on the fence thing. So Rickon is definitely like, don't do that. I mean, he's probably never do coffee, right? You
I don't
don't need
know.
caffeine.
I
You can
just
live
know.
on
I
the
mean,
power of
I'm
life.
asking for myself.
Mm.
Like I was thinking to
Are
myself,
you pregnant?
can you drink coffee? And not yet, but what if I was? Yes,
Mm.
you can drink coffee during pregnancy, but it's recommended to limit your caffeine intake to 200 milligrams per day, which is like 2 cups of coffee.
Okay, so
So
you can have that in a soda if you want. I
that's
don't
pretty
know.
substantial. Yeah,
Probably
like
shouldn't have
I
the soda.
that's
Yeah, my soda. I don't
I,
know.
I want you can't have my soda. I don't care if you're pregnant.
Uh,
Like it sound like I'm talking to a real person.
let's do that performance review. I guess we'll start with Mark S. He's the guy we see in the credits. How do you want to rate him this week?
Um, I pretend that I've thought about this before now,
Don't think about
and
beforehand. You
I'm
just do
going
it. That's the
to
fun.
give him I'm gonna give him a B plus because he sort of made his eyes kind, but not really.
Oh, okay. You're doubling down on that. See,
I
I'm
don't.
going C plus because
Also, we went off and found the goat room.
he did that and he
Is
got a
that
light B
bad?
rating. That's not some great stuff. That said, you show some initiative, right? You try a slightly different tact with Helly because obviously the previous tact didn't work. So I can't go lower than a C plus, right? He's trying something different.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go down to a B minus. I think you're right.
Hmm.
I'm
Well, I'm not trying
just
to talk
gonna
you down, but
stay different.
how
I don't
about
care.
Heliar? What does she get this week?
LER, she gets a D because she did not try to kill herself this week.
Yeah, I guess that I was gonna say D because she tried to at the beginning of the episode, and you can't give an F, you know?
I mean, you could, but like, it's like
Well, it's
objectively,
D plus a Miss Casey staring at you. That's what she gets.
yeah, she objectively did better this.
Asking
She
about your
improved.
toilet experience. How was your toilet? What was the question? What did you feel when you were in the toilet? I don't remember. It was a pretty funny question,
Yeah,
but I didn't write it down. Oops.
it was like 8 minutes or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it
Oh
was.
no, 8 minutes is how long it takes to get the new notepads, the round trip.
Oh yeah, yeah,
No, she's just like, "How was your toilet experience?" or something like that.
yep.
Okay, well,
Um,
sure. Let's give Miss Casey a performance review since she is in this one enough easily to get a rating.
I'm gonna give her a B minus because didn't really she wasn't particularly effective, and she did like tell Irving that Bert was in the conference room, which probably was not supposed to happen.
Oh, well, I mean, that's not her jam though. I doubt she knows what's up with that stuff. So that's a innocent little just he's in the conference room, I think. I'm giving her a
I don't
C
know. She
though.
seemed
I'm actually going a little lower, even though I'm arguing the point. I'm giving
uh
her lower because she wasn't that effective. And she kind of screws up. She does walk off. Mark offers to well, whatever, all that whatever. She loses track of the people she's watching. That's not very good. Person
yeah,
she's watching.
yeah. She was not. She was kind of just all over the place for some reason. Who knows why?
Who knows why? But yeah, C for her. Caustic Dylan.
Kelsey Dillon can have a B plus.
Okay, I was thinking
He
B.
was
I
try
mean, he's
he
doing
was
his
trying to
job. He's just being a
separate the
prick about it.
departments.
Yeah,
I
which
think he
is
was
what
trying to, which is probably good.
that's what he's supposed to do, right? So
Yeah.
he's being a tool this week, but in the case of a performance review, being a tool gets you a higher rating, doesn't it?
Yep.
How about Irving? He's a little bit more. I mean, he's a
I
little
mean,
more. He's a little less reliable this week because he's got the hots for Bird.
yeah, he is dallying a little bit. His dalliance is. Then he
The
saw some
black glue
black
is
goo.
love. Then the
Do we
black glue
not
is
like
love.
that he saw black goo?
You can't performance review hallucinating black goo, you know? But
Am I gonna distract
it did kind of
for
distract him from his job in general after that, right?
Yeah, he can have a B plus. No,
Okay.
wrong. B minus.
I was actually going to say B minus, so let's go with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Who else? Bert.
Bert. Well, Bert was. Hmm. That's kind of a tough one.
Yeah, Bert's pretty inscrutable in this episode.
But he does like take MDR to OMD, which is probably like bad. So I don't know. C plus.
Okay, I was thinking C. Good. We don't know quite what he's doing, so um, and
He's
he
clearly planning to kill all of them.
yeah, he's got half truths and lies. Dylan's not wrong about that. It is mysterious. Why does Bert have so many half truths and lies? You know.
I don't know. Maybe he really is trying to kill a bunch of them. Maybe that's the season finale.
Mm. Who else do we got? Mr. Milchek.
Oh, Milchick gets a
He's an A. He took initiative.
what? But he like ran a 266 on
That
Irving,
was the
which
initiative, wasn't it?
I guess it was.
Because he's
But I
like,
mean,
"Was
I
that a
don't think
problem?" She's like,
it
"No,
kind of
you took
backfired,
initiative."
didn't it?
Did it? I don't know. Yeah, I guess it kind of did. But hey, that if that's the procedure, if that's what's in the book and he does that, that's what he's supposed to do, right? So that
All
means the
right,
book
that's
is wrong,
fair.
not him.
He did go by the book.
He went by the book,
He
except for
followed the
asking Miss
procedure.
Cobalt. But yeah,
So
as far as the
okay, A.
handbook goes, A for Milchek. Cobalt, she's not in this
Well,
one that
she
much, so
she did have Grainer run tests on that chip and found out that reintegration exists, so that's bad. So that's C plus.
okay, I'm going B because she's just kind of in a holding pattern this week.
Yeah,
Maybe the company doesn't want her proving that, but it's a Galileo thing if it is real, right?
I'm pretty sure they don't want her proving that.
No, but yeah, but it is true. So I can't give her that low rating, for that.
I'm
I
not
think she
basing
is
that
doing
on
a
season
job.
two stuff, by the way. I just
Right.
don't think they want her doing that.
Okay. Do we cover, oh, and Mr. Grainer, security. He's doing his job this week. He did more, he did,
Yeah,
like you said, maybe he shouldn't have been doing the Cobalt one. He doesn't know that at all, right? He's just literally doing his job, so he gets an A.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that they've been hooking up on the side, and who cares?
Yeah, it
A.
is weird when she calls him daddy.
No, it made one. He said something like, "Should we celebrate?" And she just frowns at him, and then later she calls him daddy sarcastically. I'm like, that's a very realistic people who work together are just banging
Yeah, I just thought daddy was
thing.
a weird term to use, but whatever. They got their things going.
Very
So
realist. That's very
no, it is
realistic. People
realistic.
who
It
like
just felt
don't
weird in that
don't
context.
like each other, who don't like each other and have sex. Yes.
Okay,
Hey,
that covers
so
everyone that works here. We
what
don't
about
performance.
every single person in O&D?
They just turn and look and
Okay,
gasp, and then
I don't
Bert
remember
says
any of
they're all
them.
friends. So I don't think they get a review from us
Fine, they don't
this
get a
week.
review this week.
Okay.
I don't think we get
Uh,
one next week either.
are we finished then? Do we do this?
I like at the very end of the episode it has Christopher Walken doing his Christopher Walken voice, where he's like, "They're friends."
Oh
I
yeah.
can't do it. I
For
can't do it,
me,
but he just did a classic Christopher Walken voice thing, and I was like, I love this.
it wasn't that bad to be honest.
They're
I don't
friends.
think I have a walk-in. So, like I said though, I really liked his larval pouch speech. So that was better for me, and I liked him walking to himself in the conference room. So those two for me were, I guess, we're figuring out why he got the nom for this episode, aren't we?
He submitted the episode himself.
Sure. Why? Well, hey, if you feel good about your work, do
It's
it.
it's true. But no, I mean Succession. I love Succession, and not only was season four of Succession really good, but Succession ended with season four by choice, which I respect the hell out of because the show is just like it kind of ran out of steam and they just were like, that's it, it's over. So I'm fine. I think that personally, Severance can go on to win a bunch more stuff.
Yeah,
Hopefully, it
let's
will
wait till season
continue
three or
because
four or whatever.
some people left the show after season two, but some people left the show after season one. So I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. You can
Don't
give
ask me.
retroactive awards if you want. Here's an award for
Sure.
the past. They don't do that though. See, they probably should. Retroactive awards. You could retroactively be like, hey, now we all accept that Christopher Walken gets the supporting actor for Pulp Fiction, and Pulp Fiction gets the best picture. We just take it from Forrest Gump because why does Forrest Gump have a best picture award? Give it a
wasn't there
Shawshank if you want.
wasn't there sort of a thing about the final Reckoning Mission Impossible not getting nominated for anything that was like kind of a slap in the face to Tom Cruise
Dead Reckoning, you
because
mean?
that sort of
Final
no,
the
the final
final.
Reckoning.
But that's in the theater now. Why would it get nommed? It's only been in the theater for 3 weeks.
Oh, well,
So maybe you'll get slapped in the face come January.
maybe it didn't get awards from something else. I don't know, but
Well,
but
yeah,
like,
the last Mission Impossible is way too soon for it to be even thought of for an award. And honestly,
well,
that movie has a lot of good things about it. It has a lot of bad things about it, and it's 3 hours long. I would that's the least of the modern Impossibles I would give an award to. I'm not counting the first
yeah.
three.
Well, it's like one of those things where people are talking like, Well, it's probably his last big. I mean, it maybe probably his last big like action running Mission Impossible
Yeah, he went
jumping out of
back
an
as Jack
airplane
Reacher, and that didn't work.
thing.
It was even in the title, wasn't it? Don't do
He
this,
went
Tom. Never
back.
go back as Jack Reacher.
Isn't the character of Jack Reacher supposed to be like 6'5"?
Yes, and like real big, like thick.
He's called Jack Reacher because he has to like reach really far
Oh,
to.
I thought it's because he walks behind you and gives you the
Yeah,
reach around.
but he's so his arms are so long that he can just walk up behind you no matter
Now
what
that was the
size you
weird thing
are.
about the Jack Reacher movies. The first one's pretty good. The second one is not. I mean,
I
it
mean,
doesn't get Reacher right. Yes, Cruise is very miscast as Reacher, so I recommend that the first Jack Reacher should have been renamed Dick Punch
it
because that's
wasn't
what he does through most of that movie.
wasn't Werner Herzog the main villain of that?
That sounds right. I've seen it once, like when it came out, so uh
But he didn't like have any powers, right? He was just like a crime boss, I think.
who? Jack Reacher? No, the
No, Werner
Herzog?
Herzog.
I don't think anyone has
I
powers in those movies.
I was really bummed out that in The Mandalorian he didn't like shoot force lightning.
Oh well. Well, maybe we'll make another season for you.
Well, they replaced him with Giancarlo Esposito, who, to be fair, is a better actor. But then he made a bunch of clones and put like Grogu blood in them. I'm telling you this spoiler because I thought it was stupid.
Okay, I don't. I think I really don't care about
He
watching
was
Star.
like,
I watch Andor at some point. Otherwise, yeah, I think I'm
yeah,
finished with Star
Andor's
Wars
good.
TV shows
He's
for
like,
now. Give me the
there.
one I want to
I
see.
thought I was perfect, but I didn't have the Force, so I made clones of myself that have the Force. Like that's
Mm,
almost verbatim what his
okay.
evil speak. He just turned into a mustache twirling. Imagine he's sitting around in a council of evil people, and they're like, we can take over, but the Mandalorians might get in our way, so we should kill them all," which doesn't make any sense
Weird
at
CGI
all.
Luke Skywalker shows up, takes Grogu away, and I was like, okay, that can end the show there. I didn't open the book. I didn't open the book of
Yeah,
Boba Fett, and I didn't see season 3. So,
yeah.
and
I
I,
mean,
I think I think the only other series I've seen is Kenobi. So,
which is bad.
that
I'd
wasn't
say
that
that
bad.
I'd say it was worse than season 3 of Mandalorian. But
Okay,
yeah,
I was
Mandalorian.
just a sucker for having McGregor play um Obi-Wan, so maybe that helped.
But it was a different character. Like I could appreciate him playing a different version of Obi-Wan if we didn't already have the Alec Guinness version of Obi-Wan that was completely different from that.
Mm.
So I have to believe that he like became this guy and then became that other guy, which doesn't make sense to me because the older Ewan McGregor feels like he's totally like traumatized out of his mind, and that just I don't see how that leads to the Star Wars Obi-Wan.
Well,
I
he
don't know.
starts meditating. Except he should have been doing that for
Sure,
decades already because he's a Jedi. But
I don't buy it. Yeah, I don't. I just does not ring true for me. But whatever.
I still love that's Mike Love's excuse for giving his Rock and Roll Hall of Fame speech. Have you ever heard Mike Love's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame speech?
No.
One, go watch that. And after he gave it, his excuse for the speech was, I forgot to meditate that day, or I didn't have time to meditate that day.
What was the speech? Was he like,
Everyone, go watch his Rock and Roll Hall of Fame speech. Yeah, go do it. Go do it. It's
okay.
great.
Mike
Um,
Love is here to say that Mike Love did everything, and Mike
that's
Love doesn't say thank you to anybody.
That's
Is it
kind
like
of what he
that?
does, yeah. And then he starts talking crap about the Stones and the Beatles and stuff. Like Beatles are like, yeah, you guys don't even play live anymore, you know?
Ah, very good.
Yeah, yeah, go check that out. Anyway, we're definitely off of the grim barbarity of optics and I thought I was going to screw up barbarity and I screwed up design. Okay. Anyway, we're finished, right?
Yeah, we're finished. If you'd like to be finished, then go to podcastiapodcastias.org, send us all your money, and be rid of it.
Is that all you want to say?
Um,
Okay, that's cool.
no, you can also listen to podcasts like Films and Filth, Douglas Pokemon, Game Show, Cold Disney, Time Enough Podcast, Monster Mash,
That sounds like enough for now.
Podcast 1999. Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Um,
podcasts out there.
be be rid of your money. Give Mike Love your money now that Brian Wilson has died. I don't know where I'm going with this.
He's the only
Um,
real Beach Boy now.
yeah, all I can say is execute Order 266.
Because Al Jardine wasn't on the first couple of albums, so he wasn't there 100% of the time. Bruce Johnson replaced Brian Wilson the first time, so he doesn't quite count. You know, they're like almost real Beach Boys. That makes Mike Love the Beach Boy at age
Who did Al Jardine
85.
replace?
David Marks
Himself?
replaced, yeah, David Marks replaced Al Jardine, and then Al Jardine replaced David Marks.
Uh, well,
Because the band wasn't successful yet. He was like, I'm gonna go to dental school. I don't have time to play guitar in a band. So he went and did that. And then the band got successful. And then David Marks was like, I don't know. I think Murray Wilson just really didn't like David Marks. So he was like, yeah, we'll bring Al back.
I'm looking at the thumbnail for the Mike Love video, and he looks like a Nazi.
Oh, wait till you listen to it. It's a magical speech. I'm probably gonna watch it again, to be honest.
Yeah.
I need to watch the Superman trailer again too. I think I said that yesterday, but I didn't. I haven't done it yet. I almost
Is
did,
there
but
a
then I
new
didn't.
one?
No, I just wanted to watch the. I've only seen the other one once, so I was gonna watch it again. I'm excited about
I'm
Superman.
I'm gonna watch the movie, so I'm just not gonna watch the trailer anymore.
It could suck. I don't know, but hopefully it doesn't. I hope it's not where Gunn, shoots himself in the foot with his gun.
Um, I I don't know. I trust him.
Yeah, but Superman is a bugaboo, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean,
It never
it's
Superman never quite. It only worked with the
technically,
first movie, really, right?
yeah, but think about it this way:
And it
it
really
worked.
worked with the first one. I mean,
It really
you
worked
you
with the
hate
first
Man of
one.
Steel, right?
Yeah, I hate it,
Okay, I don't hate Man of Steel,
but
but yeah, and Superman Returns is just weird. It's a weird movie,
but the thing about Superman is that like, okay, he was given to Bryan Singer, and really that one wasn't like that bad.
right?
Um,
Of course,
I
now
saw
you watch
some
it,
of
and
it.
the best performance was Kevin Spacey. Crap.
But yeah, it's like you imagine Kevin Spacey and Bryan Singer just like laughing, patting each other in the back, and talking about boys or whatever the fuck. But like,
We're now in the Patreon part.
yeah, of course. But the first Superman movie like worked at a time when you couldn't really make superhero movies work. So that means that you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
there I feel like there was a lot more going against that movie working than there would be a superhero movie now.
Also, I have come down on the decision that Superman 4 better than 3. 3's
I
just
haven't
slow and
seen three.
boring. That's because it's slow and boring, and
I
Richard
I
Pryor's not
enjoyed
funny.
four. I don't give a shit. I enjoyed four.
Yeah,
I
4 is
I
fun.
don't care. I had fun. I didn't
Maybe they
care.
should have, what they cut the budget in half on that one. If it had a full budget, it might have not even sucked.
I mean, it was yeah. Gene Hackman was fun. Lots of shit. Um,
John Cryer.
John Cryer for some reason.
So I would say the only
Um,
truly bad Superman movie is 3. And you'll say Man
was
of Steel, I guess, but
was like yeah, but the other thing about Superman is that like the guy who made Man of Steel was just allowed to make Superman movies for fucking you know
well, that was only
10 or
one really,
15
because there's
years.
next one's Batman Superman, which
Yeah, but
also a
it
weird
was the
movie.
next Superman, and then the Justice League, and then the fucking other Justice League, um,
I've come
and then
down that
there
I
was the
actually do like the
CW or
theatrical cut of
whatever.
that one better, right?
I don't know.
I didn't
Sure.
I didn't finish watching the Schneider cut. It was too drab and boring and full screen.
I understand the interest in like just checking it out, but
Honestly,
I
the
don't
full frame thing kind of kills it for me. Why am I watching a full frame of this in 2020, whatever it is?
because of IMAX or something. Is that why?
I don't know. Maybe, but I'm like, dude, this, yeah, I mean, this barely showed in theaters, right? Because it's the Snyder cut. Why put it on my TV? And I maybe wanted to do classical composition, some bullshit like that.
I'm pretty sure
Anyway,
it was IMAX, and it was like probably designed to make you be like, "Wow, I'm a real piece of shit for not going to the theater and seeing this in IMAX."
that maybe that's what he was trying to do. I don't know. But I will say, I mean, 4 hours of that versus, a not tight, but it certainly has CGI goo and Henry Cavill's upper lip and shit. But yeah. Although
I mean,
now I am like getting back to Mission Impossible. Now I'm like, yes, Harry Cavill was correct to keep the mustache for Mission Impossible reshoots because Fallout is a much better movie.
I'm sure it is. I also he was a villain in that, which I think he just
Yes,
looks more like a fucking villain than he does like I don't know. The Witcher TV show was okay.
and he gets in
Apparently
a.
that got worse.
Have you seen at least the bathroom fight with him and Tom Cruise from Fallout?
I saw the whole thing
Oh, you saw
because
Fallout.
it came
Okay.
out when I had Movie Pass.
Ah, okay. Yeah,
That's
that
why I
bathroom
saw
fight
Ready
is just.
Player One.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that bathroom fight is just amazing. So.
Yeah, it was good. It was decent. I didn't think it
Okay.
was like an
I'm into
incredible
Mission Impossible.
movie, but it
I
was all
drink the
right.
Kool-Aid on the Mission Impossible set pieces, so I can admit that.
I just feel like I feel like it kind of is as formulaic as James Bond is, but I feel like the formula is blander and dumber.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Like I as much as the James Bond like the trademarks and shit are kind of cheesy, but they are more fun because they're more cheesy. Whereas
Yeah.
like that last Mission Impossible, I saw whatever was a Dead Reckoning, and there's all this like, should you choose? People they keep saying to each other like, should you choose to? What's her name? Who's like great?
Kelly
Haley
Atwell?
Haley Atwell, who's great. Like she's fantastic, but like they just keep being like, well, if you choose to accept it, then they have to keep like putting in the same
Yeah.
like
Well,
language over and over, and it's like, oh fucking go, your life will be
Ghost
over. You
Protocol,
have
Rogue
to.
Nation, and Fallout are the ones where they were firing on all cylinders. I'd say two cylinders stopped firing on Dead Reckoning, and another three stopped firing on Final Reckoning. So Final Reckoning, you
Yeah.
basically get like these three or four amazing set pieces, which are as good as any Mission Impossibles, and then like a bunch of bullshit around it for like 2 hours.
I mean, I'm sure that fucking
3 hour movie, 1 hour cool set pieces, 2 hours of bullshit.
I'm sure Fast and the Furious movies are annoying like that too, where they like the family, blah blah blah.
I
I'm
almost
like
bought Hobbs and
so
Shaw again by
over.
accident.
I love Hobbs. I loved Hobbs and Shaw, but there's definitely like I felt like a little of that creeping in, like they were bringing in like there's like the language that's supposed to make you care because they say things that you recognize from things that people said other times, which I just am so fucking sick of. Like I
Last night
just
I was ordering a flat wound nickel, no, flat wound strings for the Jaguar because Jaguar should have flat wound strings, and it was like add,
okay.
to get free shipping add, and then for some reason Hobbs and Shaw was still in my cart. Maybe I don't know why, but this morning looked at I was like, wait a minute, Wild Speed. Wait, I have that. Oh shit. So I
Wild
canceled it
Speed.
though. That's the Japanese name for Fast and Furious.
Right. Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, Wild Speed.
It's probably better actually.
It is better. And then Biohazard is better in Resident Evil.
Yeah.
So.
What was
But
the other? What was the
sometimes
one that
they
was
get it
really
right.
weird? I feel
Um,
like there was one that was
Up
really weird.
becomes
I can't remember.
Carl. Old man Carl goes up to the sky in his house or something. It's like really descriptive of the
Okay,
movie. Whereas
sure.
the American title's Up.
Yeah.
I'm doing Coco Part Two
UP.
tomorrow. I'm doing
Wait,
Coco again
what?
tomorrow. Coco
Oh,
tomorrow.
oh, I was gonna say. Yeah.
Revisiting Coco. We're actually jumping ahead because the guest is coming in, but yeah, generally try and stay in order.
I thought
Uh,
you were saying there was a Coco Part Two. It's funny. Like
I think there is.
I
I mean,
mentioned
it's
that
not out
movie
yet, but I think they're making Coco Part Two.
when we did Coco. I mentioned that movie Elio that looked like it was going to be like some kind of representation. Apparently, they like stripped anything that was like cultural or queer from it.
Oops.
Like I watched a trailer for it, and the guy is he just talks like that. He sounds like me. Like he doesn't sound like it's not about like a person from not the United States, basically.
Coco reception sequel.
But it looks
Oh,
kind of
they
good.
just
So I don't know.
announced it. Okay, it's just been announced, so take that with a
Yeah.
grain of salt.
Well, no, they're talking about Ratatouille 2 and Incredibles 3.
Ratatouille
I think
2,
Incredibles 3 has a fucking director.
probably
And
2. I didn't
um
know how successful 2 was. That was insane.
the how unsuccessful?
No, how successful
Oh,
Incredibles
yeah,
2 was
yeah.
gangbusters. Because I thought it was
Yeah.
okay, but yeah, I thought it was kind of a shadow. I basically I thought you don't like Train Spotting, do you? But I kind of felt like
No.
I felt like Train Spotting to T2 and then Incredibles 2 was a good correlation.
I
Um
just I don't know. I didn't the only thing I really that bothered me about Incredibles 2 is just that all the voice actors sounded really old. Like
Mm.
Craig T. Nelson sounded like fucking like he was gonna die.
Yeah,
And
200
like
million
I don't
budget,
I feel like
$1.2 billion dollars at the box office. That's insane.
I don't understand why it's like it seems like nobody thinks about like whether voices sound old or not. It's like people go into production with things they're like, "Oh, well voices don't age like faces do." But like in the Tron Legacy, when you see all the Jeff Bridges clones and they have like the smooth faces and they talk like this,
Go watch The Dial of
I'm
Destiny with,
Flynn.
DH Harrison
Ah,
Ford. It sounds like modern grumpy Harrison
oh,
Ford.
they sound like yeah, like when you if you played the most recent Halo, like Master Chief's like, yeah, Master Chief.
Yeah, okay.
Ugh.
It says here Incredibles 2 ended its run as the ninth highest grossing film of all time domestically and the highest grossing animated film domestically. That's insane. It's been beat since, but that's still crazy. Minions beat it, then Lion King, then the Super Mario Brothers movie,
Huh.
which I still haven't watched. I do have it on disc now, but I still haven't watched it. I'll
Yeah,
get to it.
like I
Are
like
you the
I
one that told me that? Are you the one that
I
convinced me to
told you it
watch
was
it?
good. I
Okay,
told you
yeah,
it was good.
yeah. So I
I
bought it,
like
but I
it.
haven't watched it yet.
I
Well,
think
it's like seven
Luke
bucks on
didn't care
Blu-ray.
for it, but I think
I
maybe
think
it
he
was
was
a
kind
little bit
of
of a
agnostic to it.
he was being a little bit of a contrarian maybe there because I mean, yeah, the original movie is still fun and it's objectively more interesting, but I just liked the pacing of the new one. It
Mm,
just does it moved quickly,
mm.
which I just appreciate. I like a
Yeah. And
cool.
then
It moved quickly, and Princess Peach was extremely violent, and Donkey Kong was like really insane.
yeah, it
Like,
sounds like you
like
should
I
wait at least a
was
year
kind
for
of.
Epic Universe, by the way.
I don't have any fucking money, so it doesn't
Oh,
matter.
there you go. No,
Um,
I heard
I
people, it's
was
like it's 1
very,
p.m. and we still haven't done a ride.
I was very surprised at like how like aggressive Seth Rogen was with Donkey Kong, and it was like it's just this huge, Donkey Kong just like getting up in Mario's face, going, "I'm gonna kill you." It was like fucking really,
Yeah, sure.
really, really,
Yeah, I'll get to it sometime
really,
soon.
yeah,
But tonight's gonna be
mo-
Coco review. So review.
fun. Did you watch it, or are you just going on your notes from before?
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
I guess it was like 2 years ago we did that, or a year
I'm
ago.
gonna crank up the speed because it's especially on animated films. I don't feel too bad when I crank up the speed. And if I've
Huh.
seen it recently, for sure. Like what did like actually this episode of Severance, I just double speed it because I watched it last month,
Hmm.
right? So
I've found that uniformly, no matter what, if I watch something at double speed, I hate it,
oh no,
and
I can
it's really
process.
sad. Like
Yeah.
I don't think that I can't process it. I think something about it makes me like angry.
I only do it for podcasting. If it's for fun, I will not speed it up, but and I don't
Yeah,
speed up
I
podcasts either, but yeah, I will speed up
like
things I need to because
the last
I get home at 10:30 and I start watching at like 11 o'clock. So I'm like, man, I go like last night I was getting real sleepy. I finished it this morning.
there were like back in the day there were a few times I would watch DVDs at the mall. I'd rent a DVD and watch it when I worked at the mall on my laptop, and it was like it was just uniform. Every single one that I watched at like 1.5 speed or double speed, I did not like. So I'm
Hmm.
like, I think there's something there.
There
Really,
might
I
be,
think
yeah. Anyway, I need to go give this time to save and then go to work.
going to the
So
dentist.
no, going to work today. I have a train today.
All right, well, you go catch that train.
Train time is oh yeah that it was yeah because we finished it last time and I went to the dentist and then I caught the train so um
Oh, hey, if I like make you a Steam account and then buy you Undertale, where you at least play it sometime?
can I play
It's
with
on.
Steam? Can I play it not at home? Can I play it on an iPad?
You could maybe use a remote thing. Now you wouldn't want to play it on an iPad because you need controls.
Okay,
You can use
I don't have
keys.
yeah you can use keys. Okay, I haven't played I've never played a game on this laptop. Just I'm saying
Well,
I haven't played a
it's.
game on a laptop for like a decade.
I mean, it's not like an intent. It's an RPG. So like the only real like gameplay per se is there's basically when you do combat, you're like dodging bullets in a little square. So
How
it's
many
like
hours is it?
3 or 4.
Okay, let's have a look at it. Have I played it? When did it come out?
I doubt it. 2015.
Well, no, yeah, I doubt it. Okay.
It didn't come out for like phones or Nintendo DS.
Okay, then I suppose I haven't. But yeah, it just has that look, doesn't it? Mm,
Yeah,
mm,
it's a lo-fi, like not particularly demanding
mm, mm.
thing.
I'm just making sure it didn't eventually show up on the phone.
No, it would be probably pretty miserable to play on a phone because of the bullet dodging mechanic thing.
Mm-mm-mm. Anyway, I can say maybe, but I gotta add in the caveat that I have not played anything on my laptop for a decade. So,
Yeah, it's just like, it's one of those things where it's like, well, it's games as art, but also games as games.
like I'm about to
And
leave the house, and then I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna watch Coca. Then I'm gonna get up, then I'm gonna do that. So it's like, oh, I wouldn't be playing in the next 24 hours for sure, right?
I'm not talking about the next 24 hours. I'm just like sometime,
Yeah, yeah.
like the
Okay.
next year or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
sure.
played it in 2019, so it was 4 years late to it.
Right. Right. Okay. Anyway, maybe I could give it a shot, but for now, I will
Okay,
catch you. If you want, I mean,
next
obviously Sunday night is optional, but that we'll be talking about a good news about Hell.
I will probably
Monday.
be there Sunday.
Okay,
Um,
Monday. Do you want to do the next Severance or the Thursday
sure.
or Wednesday? This day,
Monday
Monday.
is better.
Monday's actually probably better for me too when I think about it. So Monday.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have a 3-day weekend, so I'll have time to
Okay, great.
do
Okay, catch you
things and
then.
watch.
Then I'm
All
gonna
right,
end
see
this
ya.
later. So bye.
Bye.